All right, guys. Hey, this is Tellman, and I have a very, very special guest for you. He's such a special guest that this is actually our very first conversation. And before I completely destroy the pronunciation of your name, I'd like to get it directly from you because we haven't even gone over how to pronounce your name properly yet. So please explain exactly how to pronounce your name.
Okay, my name is Yee Shun Jian, but you can call me Shun Jian.
Shun
Yee
Jian.
is my family name. Yeah, Shun Jian. Yeah.
All right,
awesome.
good. That's good because that wasn't the pronunciation that I had heard. So Shun Jian. All right.
Shun Jian. Yes.
And you're in Singapore.
Yes, I'm in Singapore. Singapore is an awesome country, and I just been to the US recently, and US is awesome as well. So we are living in an awesome world.
Very cool. We are living in an awesome world. So
Yeah.
you were just at Brendan Bouchard's event. We were talking a little bit about your trip to the U.S. and then you were at the Mind Movies Mastermind. Is that true?
Yeah. Actually, in the past 2 months, I've attended about four or five Brandon events, and also I was in San Diego with Natalie and Grant with the My Movies Mastermind as well. So the whole trip was 50% business, 50% pleasure, and I thoroughly enjoyed the whole trip.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. So you're doing some really interesting stuff, it looks like, online when it comes to mindset and affirmations, and you're obviously doing very well and reaching a lot of people. I mean, going to the Mind Movies Mastermind, I was supposed to be there but couldn't for some family reasons, means you were one of their top 10 or top 20 promoters for their most recent launch. So you're obviously reaching an awful lot of people, it sounds like, which is really, really, really wonderful. But as I just started hearing some really great things about you. I saw the interview you did with Natalie Ledwell from Mind Movies, and
Yep.
I've been to check out your sites, and I've opted into your list and started seeing what you were working on, and I'm very interested in knowing your background. I mean, you're doing all this work around affirmations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about affirmations and why they mean something to you. Why affirmations? Of all the different things you could study or teach about how to get what you want out of life or how to improve your mind, why were affirmations something that were so important to you?
Okay, let me give you some the background story first, right? What happened is, most people has a wretches to riches story, right? So mine is a little different. Mine is a wretches to riches to wretches to riches story. So what happened was this. If you've seen the interview with Natalie, I spoke about how I quit my job 5 years ago to go into internet marketing, and that's because of my dad. My dad fell really sick a couple of years ago, like 2004. And the doctors were telling us that he only had 3 to 5 years of life, and he has to be on lifelong medication. So at the point where I quit my job, which is 2007, his condition got worsened, and I was thinking to myself, hey, you know what? I would rather quit my job and work from home and take care of him rather than be working in a job that's like 12 hours, and I won't even be there for him. So there wasn't any how do I put it? There wasn't any guarantees. So I quit my job. I didn't really have any income. I had a little savings, but I didn't really have any income or any job waiting for me.
So all of this was because your father was sick and you didn't think he was going to live very long.
Yes. So I was thinking, I want to spend as much time with him as possible. That's why I went into internet marketing, and like I said, I just jumped right in. And I didn't really care like how I was going to get things done. I know that I had to. It's a must, So I quit my job, and I fumbled around with internet marketing for 7 months, and I didn't get any significant results. So one day, my mom walked into my room, and she's like, "What are you doing?" So I said, "Oh, I'm working." And she's like, "You're lying to me." I'm like, "No, I'm not lying to you. I'm working." She said, "You're playing computer games." I said, "No." She said, "If you're working, where's the money?" Right? Where's the money? So I'm like, oh, yeah, shit. What? I was like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. So it's not that simple. You don't get monthly paycheck. She's like, where's the money? Your father is sick. If you're not, producing income, what's gonna happen? Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's true. But I was telling her everything's gonna work out. So what I did, I reassured her. We reached a compromise. I said, remember when I left my job, you said you'll give me a year to work things out, and if I don't, then you can get me to go back to a real job. Yeah. So after that, I shifted my strategies. I actually maxed out all my credit card, and I got into like $20,000+ in debt, and I went to attend a lot of seminars. Seriously, all the different seminars in personal development and internet marketing I was attending. And one of those seminars I attended was TF Ecker's Millionaire Mind Intensive. Yeah. And also there was another one that's about the secret. So I was exposed to the secret. I was exposed to affirmations. TF Ecker was saying, you are reading affirmations while you're doing this, and then you're like, getting your subconscious mind, like you're confusing your conscious mind and getting affirmations in your subconscious, right? So I was like thinking, what's the worst thing that can happen? Like, I won't get results, and it's silly, but let's just do it. So I started doing it, and I was like, oh wow. Within a month of doing affirmations, I started really seeing results, because I shifted strategies as well, as I was saying in the My Movies interview. I said, like Einstein said, if you do the same thing and you expect a different result, that's insanity. So that at that point I was focused on free traffic. Then I decided to shift to paid traffic. I took on a Google AdWords coupon, $50, and so basically I didn't even have to put in my own money. I put in $50. I just tried to promote something, and then suddenly I get back $100 in sales on my commissions. I'm like, oh, okay, if I $50, you get $100. I put the whole $100 in, 200, and then I just scale it up to 5 figures a month. And I was telling Natalie, and right now I'm telling you, what happened was a few months later, I got my first 5-figure check from the affiliate marketing, and I just told my mom, come in. She said, why? So I just said, Mom, look at this check, and she was like, rubbing her eyes. She's like, what's this? I said, oh, I told you I was working, right? That this is the result of the work I'm doing. And she cried, and I cried, and it was such an awesome thing. And that's why I'm so passionate about affirmations, because I know they work. I mean, I know it worked for me. And what happened was this: after I started working, I started experiencing success with affirmations. I wrote this ebook called 101 Powerful Affirmations, where I shared with the world the journey from that point, like when I quit my job, and then all the way until I got the 6 figures a year. And I wrote about the affirmations I was using. And I just started putting it out there, and then I get testimonials after testimonials from people saying that, hey, it's not only working for me, it's working for them as well. And one of the best testimonials I got was from this person. She was telling me that they were suffering from cancer, and then they were feeling really depressed, and so after that they came upon my ebook, which I give away for free, and they saw this affirmations, and they'll send affirmations specifically on healing. They were just using it every day, and then they are now cancer free. So I know how powerful affirmations are, especially if you're using it consistently and you're using it in the right way. And so that's the part where I went from wretches to riches. But like I said, the story doesn't end there. Like all good stories, there's some drama and twist to it. So what happened was last year, I made a really silly mistake. I was so happy because I was making passive income, and I wasn't really actively working for the money, so I didn't really feel the pain, like, oh, I had to work really hard for it. So in terms of financial mindset, maybe there was something not right there. I just took all the money I ever had made from internet marketing, I put it all into stocks. That was, like I said, a very silly move. I put it all into stocks. The market tanked, and basically I lost almost everything. And that was the point where I started my Facebook community. What happened was this. So I started this Facebook community called 101 Powerful Affirmations. Before I did, what happened was this. So I lost everything. I was feeling really depressed, like, shit. And then actually I wasn't that badly affected until the point where one day my mom came into my room again. And I actually have to tell her everything, because we had a good relationship, and I told her everything. Then she started screaming at me. She said, "What? You lost all the money?" I'm like, yeah. And she's like, she went on a hunger strike. That's when it hit me, like if losing money itself is already like okay, a big thing. But when I saw how it affected my mom, I saw how it affected my family. That's when I got hit. Okay, that aside, I was on Facebook, so I was like really feeling depressed, and I was looking through Facebook. I was looking through the newsfeed and I realized that wow, out of like 10 updates I see, like 9 of them are negative. Like people are complaining about stuff. They're saying the world is bad and everything. I'm like, no, this won't do. And like I said, I was coming in from this wow, no, this won't do. And as an entrepreneur, I know I have to do something about it. And so I started this community, 101 Powerful Affirmations. I started off by sharing affirmations from my ebook. Yeah, I started off by doing that. But now we share things from everywhere, like powerful quotes, affirmations from everywhere. But I started doing that, and the purpose was just to flood Facebook with positivity, positive messages and images, so that we will neutralize the negativity, and ultimately, we will make Facebook more positive and make the world a better place. So I started doing that, and suddenly I see, oh wow, it was gaining traction. People were liking that stuff, and it started growing. So I started to set a goal. I started that community in September 14th, and I set a goal on October 25th. I said within 2 months, by Christmas, we're going to hit 10,000 fans. And the reason I want to do that is because I know that when we hit 10,000 fans, we have this Malcolm Gladwell effect, like the tipping point.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. And I know that with the tipping point, it's easier to get the message out there and everything. So my purpose, my mission in life is to touch as many lives as I can, so as to bring more love, hope, and joy to the world. Okay, why hope and joy? Because I realized something. I realized that after losing all the money, after going through everything, I realized that money isn't really what people want. I mean, people always say, "Oh, I want money," but money, as you know, you and I know, money is a means to an end. Basically, what I believe is people just want 3 things in life. People just want love. If you look at all the marketing messages out there, they're just targeting people. I mean, the marketers know this. People want love. People want attention. All the weight loss stuff. Basically, if you tell them, oh, your health gets affected, they're, oh yeah, okay, my health gets affected. You tell them, hey, you know what? After losing all that weight, you become more attractive, and you to the opposite sex. Oh yeah, that's what I want. People want love. People want attention. So people want love. People want hope as well. People want to be inspired. And to inspire. And because now we are living in there are so many, especially in the media, you're flooding you with all that. Wow, the world is in darkness, everything. So people are looking for hope. Okay, and the last thing people are looking for, joy, happiness. And if that's everybody knows is that most people just buy a lot of different products and everything just so that they can feel the temporary joy. But no, temporary happiness. But joy is a long-lasting thing. So people want love, hope, and joy in the world. And my mission with the Facebook community, with everything I'm doing now, is to touch lives and bring more love, hope, and joy to the world. So at the point of October 25th, I said this was 10,000. Like I really didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just set the intention, and I was still using my affirmations, and I was spreading the affirmations out. So then I started to do a lot of things. I started to get in contact with joint venture partners that I work with, and I said, I'm doing this thing, can you help me out? If you could do a mailing out for me, wow, that would be really cool. But if not, at the very least, can you sponsor a product so that I can run a contest and help these people? So so I help from everywhere. We ran a contest by Christmas. I give away a lot of cool prizes, and we actually hit the 10,000. We actually hit 11,000 by Christmas, and some of the other things I did, which I mentioned in my movie video, was I actually went out and talked to people. I realized that it wasn't just an online thing. Online thing is good, but I can't really convey that passion. Yeah. I can't convey what we are really doing and how it's helping people. So I went out there, and I had this fear of public speaking. So that was a big thing for me to overcome. I had this fear, but I know that, like I said, my mission is greater than my fears. My mission is greater than my fears. So I need to do this. I must do this. This is a must. So I went out there on 11/11/11, which is World Consciousness Day, right? I attended a life coach's wedding. So a few years back, I was helping out with this organization, and I volunteered as a life coach for 2 years for free. And I was just using my time to help people. And along the way, they trained me, in NLP, in hypnosis, in life coaching. So So I was there at the life coaching wedding. I haven't seen them for a long time. Then I sat down with this guy who arrived beside me. So we are, imagine, okay, I don't know how it works in US, but in Asia, in Singapore, we have this round table. Everybody just sits down and eat. Okay. So this guy was seated beside me, and I just started telling him, hey, how are you doing, you know? And what are you working on now? So I started sharing with him about my 101 powerful affirmations Facebook community and what I was doing. So I'll share. After I know that he got it. He promised that he will help me like it and share the message. I said, can I change seats with you? And this was the awkward part. You know why? Because when I said, can I change seats with you? Imagine we are at a wedding dinner. Everybody has the plate over there, and they're like, oh, you want to change seats? So we have to change things. So long story short, he's like, okay, fine. So I changed it to him. I started talking to the next person. I made sure that person got it. I talked to the next person. I went one whole round on the table. That's one of the crazy things I did. Another thing was, I went out and speak to people. Like I said, I had this fear of public speaking, but you know, because when I was younger, I got bullied a lot because I went to see a doctor. He said my tongue is slightly shorter than the average. So basically, pronunciation wise, some words I can't get that as well because of the I can't curl the tongue as well. So basically, I was bullied so badly in school that I decided not to speak at all. But when I was doing this, I knew I had to. So I went to this event where somebody was giving a talk, and I basically told the organizer, hey, you know what, after this person finished talking, can I have a few minutes to share about my project and things like that? So he agreed. I went up there, I got somebody to video a thing. I started speaking. I was so nervous, but I just let the passion drive me on. I said, okay, you know what? This is what we are doing. This is why we are doing it. Blah blah blah. I realized that a lot of people thought I was crazy because at the point when I was speaking, I told everybody instead of saying 10,000, because I know in self-help seminars they always say 10 and 0 when you're talking about it. So I said 100,000 in 2 months. Everybody was like, this guy is crazy. I know it, but I saw it in a few faces. I saw that they were inspired. They were like, wow, this guy is dreaming big, and this guy knows what he's talking about because they could see the comments from the affirmations and everything. So I didn't care about the rest of it. I just focused on those people whose eyes I know spark up when I said it, and I focused on them and I connected with them. And basically after that, I realized they started going on my page, liking and sharing stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, so then I started building up my following, and this is the really cool part. Along the way, when I was just focused on my mission, I wasn't thinking about how to make back the money. I was just focused on helping as many people as I can. But along the way, I realized because I had the wisdom as an internet marketer to put out a squeeze on the Facebook community. Every 3 seconds, I got a new opt-in. Every 3 seconds. Can you imagine? So my phone, I'm using an iPhone. So the phone was just ran out of battery because of all the notifications on email until I had to turn it off. I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I started focusing on that. I did joint ventures as well. I started growing. So now my list is at 55,800 subscribers for my main list, the 101, and then I have a couple of other lists as well. And then the Facebook community just hit 60,000 on Saturday. So now we are at 60,000 plus. And my new goal, my new vision for the community is, this is really, I get excited and then I also get scared about things, but I think I share with you through email. My new goal is to hit 1 million fans for the Facebook community by end of 2013, which is end of next year. Because right now,
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, because right now the stats tells me at 60,000 fans, we are the weekly reach is about 1 million to 3 million.
Yeah.
Which means that when we hit 1 million fans, the weekly reach will be 10 million to 100 million, and the total reach will be 1 billion.
That's awesome.
We'll be reaching. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not wrong, I look at the recent stats. The total reach, or rather, the total number of people connected in Facebook is about 1 billion. So by the end of next year, when this thing manifests, well, of course, Facebook will grow bigger, but we will actually be having the reach of what the existing base in Facebook is right now. So that's really what excites me, and I know that the affirmation is going to help everybody. So that's what drives me. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we have a similar lofty goal with our hypnosis business. We're trying to hypnotize 1 billion people in the next 10 years, right?
Wow.
So it's pretty exciting, especially when things just really start rolling like that. Obviously, what you're doing, people absolutely love. So I think what we'll do is we'll take our interview here, and chances are good it's on a web page right now. and there's a link to where you can opt into 101 affirmations. And if we figure it out, we'll even put a we'll see if we can manage to put a Facebook wall thing for your Facebook community to the right of the video, so people can like that and join the community right there too. If we can make all the tech work on that, which I don't think should be a problem.
Wow, that's awesome, man! Thanks so much.
Yeah. So that's real cool. But I urge everyone, one way or the other, there's a link where you can go and get the 101 Affirmations ebook for free, and a link certainly to where you can click the like link on the community. And it just sounds like something really cool that you're doing, and it's great that I really like how simple and clear it is. You know, hypnosis takes a little explaining sometimes, and all the time, and affirmations are pretty spot on. You know, it's pretty clear. So it's cool that you have a whole methodology and you've built this whole community around what you're doing, and you're not even selling any of your own stuff at this point. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm actually right now. I'm a pure affiliate marketer. I've been doing that for the past 5 years. But of course, the longer term wise, I'm looking into creating my own products. I'm looking into speaking as well, and so exciting things planned ahead. But right now, at this moment in time, I'm just a pure affiliate marketer. But like I said, I've been very blessed because of building out this community and offering value. I'm one of the super affiliates, one of the top affiliates for almost every single launch I did. So I just received an email just before we spoke, and I saw that I just won a iPad mini from one of the recent launches. So that's really cool. But like I said, I feel like I'm so blessed. Like I'm just a lot of people talk about you follow your passion, and then but most people forget that you have to follow your passion really with your heart and just go for it. And in a marketplace where there are people who are willing to pay for stuff as well. I mean, if you're going for passion in wearing a lizard and maybe there's no market for it, it's not gonna work. But if you follow your passion, put your mind or heart into helping as many people as possible in that thing. You don't even need to worry about how the blessings come back. It just come back. Even from you, you're actually blessing me as well. So I'm helping this core group of people, but the blessings may not even come back from them per se. They come back from everywhere else because people get excited about the project. So that's what I want to say. So if you have a dream, go boldly after it. Seriously, Tellman can help you in terms of hypnosis and tuning your mindset to the right area and making sure that you're focused doing. But if you're held back by fear, let me tell you, no, don't be, because the thing is this: the life is too short to play small. This is what I believe. Okay, we all have a light, and it's our responsibility to share the light with the world. Okay, and when you share the light with the world, your light won't get smaller. Actually, because a lot of people they are, what if my candle burns out? Hey, please, your candle will burn out one day, no matter what. Okay, so while your candle is still burning, use that candle to light up other candles and bring more love, hope, and joy to the world. Bring more light to the world, because we need more light workers in the world. When you do that, you realize that your world itself will be transformed. People will just come and bless you, even though you didn't ask for it, and your life will just transform. So, if I have one core message to share with you guys, if you have a dream, boldly go after it and make a difference to the world. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a pretty fantastic message. I agree with it 100%.
I know.
Very cool. Very cool. So, did you say earlier that you have some hypnosis training?
Yeah. When I was doing life coaching, this head coach was always telling us stories, and then there was embedded stuff, and then I learned through. I didn't really learn through step 1, step 2. I learned through by embedding. He was just embedding a lot of stuff, and then while we were coaching, suddenly I know what to do, even though he didn't really say step 1 do this, step 2 do this. So yeah.
Very cool. And was that in Singapore or in the States somewhere?
In Singapore, there's this guy called Pete Tan. He got certified by the guy who wrote. Okay, I can't remember. Okay, 7 Paths. The Tellman.
Cal Banyan.
Yes, yes. He got certified by him, and then he's now like he's a master trainer. So he besides being certified in hypnosis, he actually certified to teach people how to teach people on hypnosis.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. All
Yeah.
right, man. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you. You really did a great job at nailing the interview. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Oh, of course, it's because of you. You pre-framed the thing. You said, get ready for the best, most awesome interview, greatest interview you ever did, going to do in your whole life. So, because you pre-framed it, so I'm in that state. Hey, this is the best, greatest interview I'm going to do. So I'm just, see it out. You know what I mean? So it's because of you, yeah?
Perhaps. I didn't have to do much work. You did most of the talking. You made it easy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, very
Yeah.
good meeting you. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the recording. And everybody who's watching, go ahead and sign up for 101 Powerful Affirmations. They're awesome. And join the Facebook community right away. It will be worth it. See you in there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you.